Welcome to Stoic Today, where stillness becomes your strength and clarity becomes your power. We're honored you're here. In a world full of noise, confusion, and emotional manipulation, choosing truth, calm, and inner peace is a radical act. If you're ready to reclaim your mind, protect your energy, and rise above toxic patterns, you've just stepped into the right space. Thank you for showing up not just to watch a video, but to invest in your growth. If this message resonates with your spirit, we invite you to click the subscribe button, leave a comment, and become part of a growing community committed to living with purpose, wisdom, and emotional freedom. You're not triggered. You're not chasing answers. You're simply free. Listen careful, because what happens next isn't just a shift in your relationship, it's a complete shift in your power. Like this video if you're done reacting and ready to reclaim your stillness. Comment with the moment you knew you had outgrown their control. Subscribe to Stoic Today and start living from a place they can't reach your peace. Have you ever experienced that sharp, transformative momente, the kind where something inside you just clicks? A realization so clear, so empowering, that it changes the way you see everything? That moment, when you stop shrinking, stop apologizing, and stop dimming your light just to make someone else feel comfortable. Yes. That moment. That's what we're diving into today. Because everything shifts when a narcissist realizes their game no longer works on you. When they look at you and instead of seeing a target, they see a wall of strength. They're shaken, deeply. You don't have to yell. You don't have to argue. You don't need to play their game to prove you've changed. All you need is presence, stillness, power that doesn't ask for permission or validation. When you stop feeding the dynamic, when you stop reacting and start rising, the narcissist feels the shift, and they fear it. Because their control fades the second you realize you no longer need their approval to stand tall. And let me tell you, watching what happens next, it's not just revealing, it's liberating. Let's go. When you've dealt with a narcissist long enough, you know their favorite currency is attention, praise, outrage, arguments. It doesn't matter. If you're reacting, they're winning. That's why silence, real, intentional, grounded silence, is a power move they never see coming. It's not about shutting down or withdrawing. It's about no longer offering them the emotional energy they feed on. Silence is not weakness. It's not giving up. It's choosing peace over chaos. And for a narcissist who thrives on control, confusion, and emotional drama, your silence is like pulling the plug on their power source. The first time you stop engaging, they won't believe it. They'll poke, they'll provoke, they'll twist your words, or accuse you of being cold, distant, or cruel. But the truth is they're scared because your silence signals something dangerous to them. Self-respect, and they can't manipulate someone who respects themselves. That's terrifying to a narcissist. You're no longer reacting to the bait. You're not explaining yourself, not justifying, not defending. You're not playing the role they've scripted for you. And in that stillness, they realize they've lost access. Your silence creates space for clarity, for healing, for reclaiming your voice. It's in that space that you start to see the manipulation for what it is. You notice the patterns, you recognize the lies, and you realize you're not crazy. You were conditioned. Your quiet becomes a mirror they can't stand to look into. It reflects everything they don't want to face. That's why they push harder at first. But the more they push, the clearer it becomes. They can't reach you anymore, not like before. It's not about winning an argument or getting the last word. It's about refusing to fight in a game that's rigged. Narcissists don't want resolution. They want control. When you go silent, you take the game off the table. You set a boundary without ever saying a word. And
control you. You become a prisoner to someone else's actions. But if you choose, every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. To rise above it, you take back control. You show that your peace is not dictated by circumstances or people. Rising above pain means understanding that you are more than the hurt you experience. It means refusing to let someone's mistreatment lower your character or make you bitter. Bitterness is a poison that does not destroy your enemy. Enemies, it destroys you. When you hold on to pain, you give it permission to shape your future. But when you release it, you make space for growth, healing, and elevation. The greatest power you can ever have is every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. Emotional mastery. It is the ability to look pain in the face and say, "You will not break me." This is not weakness. It is the highest form of strength. It takes wisdom to walk away, courage to forgive, and confidence to move forward without looking back. You were not created to be defined by your wounds. You were created to rise above them. Emotions are powerful, but they should never control you. Mastering emotional control is not about suppressing how you feel. It is about directing your emotions with wisdom. When someone hurts you, the most common, every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. Response is to react impulsively, either in anger, sadness, or frustration. But true strength is shown when you can feel deeply and yet respond thoughtfully. When you let emotions dictate your actions, you give power to the one who caused the pain. They expect you to be broken, to react with rage, to seek revenge, or to beg for their attention. But when you control your emotions, you confuse them. You show them that your peace is not dependent on their behavior. You do not allow temporary pain to dictate permanent decisions instead of reacting. Every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. To the storm, you become the calm within it. Mastering emotional control does not mean you do not feel hurt. It means you do not let hurt turn you into someone you are not. It means you refuse to let pain make you bitter, insecure, or fearful. You do not allow temporary disappointment to make you lose sight of your true value. A moment of anger or sadness does not deserve the power to change the course of your life. People who master their emotions do not seek validation from others. They do not let rejection shake their confidence. They do. Every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. Not let betrayal destroy their vision. They take every painful experience and use it as fuel to grow stronger. They understand that emotions are temporary, but the way they handle them will shape their future. Control over emotions is control over destiny. It is the difference between being a victim of circumstances and becoming the author of your own story. Grace is not a sign of weakness. It is the highest display of strength. When someone wrongs you, the natural instinct is to retaliate, to make them feel the pain they inflicted on you. Every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. But true power lies in responding with grace, in refusing to be pulled into a cycle of negativity. Grace is the ability to rise above the offense and maintain your dignity, even when others do not deserve it. Responding with grace does not mean tolerating mistreatment or pretending that pain does not exist. It means choosing wisdom over impulsiveness, peace over chaos, and self-respect over unnecessary battles. It means recognizing that not every action deserves a reaction, and not every insult requires a response. There is a greater strength in every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness. You step deeper into your power and further out of their control. Silence than in unnecessary words, and there is more power in composure than in anger. People expect retaliation. When they hurt you, they expect an emotional reaction, a heated response, or even a desperate attempt to hold on to them. But when you respond with grace, you shift the power, you dynamic, you show them that their actions do not control your character. You make it clear that your worth is not dependent on their treatment of you. You refuse to give them the satisfaction of seeing you broken. Grace is choosing peace, even when you. Every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. We have every reason to be bitter. It is walking away with your head high rather than engaging in unnecessary conflicts. It is letting go of resentment, not for them but for yourself. When you respond with grace, you do not lose. You win. You win. Your peace, your self-respect, and your ability to move forward without being weighed down by negativity. Grace is not just a response. It is a declaration that you refuse to be reduced by someone else's action. Your value is not determined by how someone treats you. It is not measured by their. Every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. Acceptance, approval, or validation. When a person hurts you, it is easy to question your worth, to wonder if you were not enough, if you should have done more, or if something about you needs to change to be loved and respected. But the truth is, your value remains constant regardless of how others perceive you. Embracing your value means understanding that you are already complete. You do not need to prove yourself to anyone who fails to recognize your worth when someone mistreats you. It is not a reflection of your shortcomings. It is every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. Reflection of their inability to appreciate what is valuable. Gold does not lose its worth because someone walks past it. A diamond remains precious, even if it is discarded by those who do not understand its brilliance. You are no different. When you truly embrace your value, you stop settling for less than you deserve. You ain't begging for love, attention, or respect. From those who refuse to give it, you recognize that walking away from what does not serve you is not a loss, it is a gain. People who do not appreciate you every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness. You step deeper into your power and further out of the control. Presence should not have the privilege of your energy. You do not have to chase anyone to prove your worth, because real value is never desperate to be seen. Energy is one of the most powerful resources you have, and where you direct it determines the course of your life. When someone hurts you, it is tempting to focus on them, on what they did, why they did it, and how unfair it was. But every moment spent dwelling on pain is a moment lost from building something greater. Redirecting your energy means taking the focus off of. Every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. What was lost and placing it on what can be gained. It is about refusing to waste your strength on revenge, anger, or regret, and instead using it to elevate yourself. Dwelling on pain keeps you stuck, but shifting your focus sets you free. Instead of replaying old conversations or waiting for an apology, invest that energy into your growth. Pour it into your passions, your goals, and your future. Pain has the power to destroy, but it also has the power to build. The difference is in how you use it. Those who turn their wounds into wisdom, there, every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. Disappointments into motivation, and their heartbreak into purpose are the ones who rise above. Redirecting your energy is an act of self-respect. It means choosing to move forward rather than being trapped in a cycle of resentment. It means refusing to give your power away to someone who does not deserve it. The best response to hurt is success, peace, and transformation. When you shift your focus from what was taken from you to what you can create, you reclaim control. Every experience, even painful ones, can be fuel for something greater. Every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. You can use that energy to become stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable than ever before. The past cannot be changed, but your future is still in your hands. Where you direct your energy will determine what happens next. Silence is one of the most powerful responses you can give when someone hurts you. It carries a weight that words often cannot. When people expect an argument, a reaction, or an emotional breakdown, silence disarms them. It forces them to sit with their own actions. Without the distraction of your response, it is in. Every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. Silence. That people begin to realize what they have done, and sometimes the absence of your words speaks louder than anything you could say. Silence is not weakness, it is control. It is the ability to withhold unnecessary words, to choose your battles wisely, and to refuse to engage in conversations that drain your peace. When someone expects you to fight for their attention or argue for your worth, silence removes that power from them. It shows that you are not desperate for validation. nor are you willing to lower yourself to their level, not every. Every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. Situation requires a response. Some people do not deserve an explanation, a defense or reaction. Silence protects your energy and keeps you from saying things in the heat of emotion that you might later regret. It allows you to observe, reflect, and make decisions from a place of wisdom rather than impulse. There is nothing more unsettling than realizing someone has chosen peace over chaos. When you refuse to engage in unnecessary conflict, you communicate strength when you walk away. Without arguing, you show self-respect every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. Choose silence over retaliation. You prove that you are in control of yourself. Silence allows you to rise above the situation rather than be consumed by it. It is a reminder that your energy is too valuable to be wasted on people who do not appreciate it. Sometimes, the best response is no response at all. Life will always present moments of pain, disappointment, and betrayal, but your strength is revealed in how you move forward when someone hurts you. It is easy to get stuck in the emotions of the past, replaying what was. Every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. Said or done. But dwelling on pain does not change the situation. It only keeps you chained to what no longer serves you. Moving forward, unshaken means refusing to let hurt define your steps. It means understanding that pain is a part of the journey, but it does not control the destination. When you choose to move forward without bitterness, you reclaim your power. People may expect you to crumble, to become consumed by anger or regret. When you walk away with confidence, you disrupt their expectations. Strength is not found in every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control. How loudly you respond to pain, but in how gracefully you rise above it. Moving forward does not mean acknowledging the lesson, taking what you need from it, and refusing to let it break you. Your future is too valuable to be held hostage by past wounds. Letting go is not a sign of weakness, it is proof of wisdom. You cannot build a new chapter while still clinging to an old one. When you move forward, unshaken, you show that your foundation is built on something stronger than temporary emotions. You walk with certainty, not because every time you choose composure over chaos and peace over pettiness, you step deeper into your power and further out of their control.
Guilt, not through charm, not through fear. They'll test it, of course. Some will try to resurface, offering closure or pretending they've changed. They might present themselves as the new, improved version of who you always hoped they'd be, but you see through it now. You've come too far to be pulled back in. You've rebuilt your intuition, your self-trust, your boundaries. You've learned how to spot manipulation dressed up as reconciliation. And you don't play that game anymore, not because you hate them, but because you finally love yourself enough to walk away for good. Freedom isn't just about physical distance. It's about emotional sovereignty. It's when your mood, your peace, your sense of worth are no longer tied to how they behave. It's when your joy no longer depends on their approval or attention. It's when you realize you can create a life that's full, rich, and authentic, all without their influence. That's what truly shatters the narcissist's illusion of control. Because deep down, they never believed you'd leave. And even if you did, they never believed you'd rise. But you did. You rose. You healed. You reclaimed yourself. You reclaimed your power. You reclaimed your peace. And now they're witnessing a version of you they never believed could exist. A version that no longer responds to emotional breadcrumbs. A version that has stopped romanticizing potential and now honors what is real. A version that doesn't chase fantasy, but instead chooses truth, alignment, and authenticity. That version of you? That's their reckoning. Because it confirms what they feared all along. They can't come back. The door is closed not because you're cruel, not out of revenge or pride, but because you've finally learned to protect your peace. It's locked with clarity, sealed with healing, guarded by self-worth. You no longer need revenge. You no longer seek an apology that will never come. Why? Because your healing is the closure. Your peace is the final word. And your continued growth? That's the proof they no longer hold any power over you. You didn't just walk away. You rose. You evolved into someone untouchable, calm, centered, and unapologetically free. If this message echoes your own journey, speaks to the one you're ready to begin, don't let this moment pass you by. Like this video if you're stepping into your highest self. Comment with the truth you've embraced and the past you've outgrown. Subscribe to Stoic today, right now, because healing isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of your rebirth. And when you're ready, click to watch the next video, because your transformation is already in motion. Let's keep rising together.